Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Group 1 who would like to present about the Ministry of Finance. Introduction to Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Finance, MOF, is a ministry of the government of Malaysia that is charged with the responsibility for government expenditure and revenue raising. Ministry's role is to develop economic policy and prepare the Malaysia federal budget, which is on each year in October, and presents it in the parliament. The concept of planning. Planning is the process of establishing appropriate goals, and it is most basic managerial function. It is also formed through an intellectual process. The importance of planning provides direction and focus and reduces risk and uncertainty. Planning in Ministry of Finance. First, it sustains and continuous economic growth. Every resources is consumed can be controlled. For example, the SME development. The second one is it strengthens national competitiveness. It examines the ability of national economic to grow. For instance, competition consists of technological development, market condition, and economic activities. The concept of organizing. Organizing is the process of identifying and grouping the work to be performed. It also establishing relationship for the purpose of enabling people to work most effectively together in accomplishing objective. The importance of organizing are it benefits specialization. Next, organizing also promotes effective communication. Organizing in Ministry of Finance. In the Ministry of Finance, there is an element of organizational design called work specialization. We can see in the Ministry of Finance that they have a specific role and the task will be done by a different employee. The Ministry of Finance also have element organizational design of departmentalization. In the Ministry of Finance have a various of department and they using traditional structure which is the functional structure.
Thirdly is decision making. I will be explaining the concept, the importance and the example of decision making in Ministry of Finance. Firstly, I will be explaining about the concept of decision making. Decision making is a selection of a course of action from among two or more possible alternatives to solve a problem. Every government has the same method or process in the system, which is the process of decision making to create what we call the public policy to help the public. The government still need human resources to implement all the public policies that they made by process of decision making. Next, the importance of decision making. The Ministry of Finance must spend many expenses or budget to the other ministries and public agencies. The budget or expenses must give fairly to every ministries by discussion, which is one of the process of decision making. The Ministry of Finance can make the budget draft and the budget speech peacefully. Lastly, I will be explaining about the example of decision making in Ministry of Finance. Firstly is Budget Policy 2023. Budget in 2023 will be an allocation of 372.3 billion ringgit by making expansionary fiscal policy. The budget increased from 332 billion ringgit in 2022 to 372.3 billion ringgit for 2023. The Ministry of Finance has proposed to provide 272.3 billion ringgit for operating expenditure, 95 billion ringgit for development expenditure, 5 billion ringgit under the COVID-19 fund, and 2 billion ringgit is allocated to the contingency rescue advance warrant. Secondly, taxation policy. The Ministry of Finance is the body that take in charge in terms of Malaysian taxation policy. The Ministry of Finance has created the Goods and Services Tax, which is GST, in the 1st April of 2015 by Datuk Sri Najib Razak, who is the previous Minister of Finance. Later on, the Ministry of Finance has changed the GST to SST on the 1st June of 2018 during Lim Guang Eng term as the Minister of Finance. Lastly is controlling. I will be explaining the concept, the importance, and the example of controlling in Ministry of Finance. Firstly, the concept of controlling. Concept of controlling is a process to ensure that actual activities conform to planning. It is also a process of monitoring performance and taking action to ensure desired result. Lastly, process managers go through making something happen the way it was planned to happen. Secondly, the importance of controlling. Controlling, improving employee motivation. Controlling lets the employees know the standards against which their performance will be judged, a systematic evaluation of performance, and consequent rewards in the form of increment, bonus, promotion, and etc. Motivate the employees to put in their best efforts. Secondly, controlling can ensuring order and discipline. Controlling ensures a close check on the activities of the employees. Hence, it helps in reducing the dishonest behavior of the employees and in creating order and discipline in an organization. Lastly, I will be explaining the example of controlling in Ministry of Finance. Based on the report, I provide the statistic about gross domestic product graph in Malaysia from year 2011 until the year of 2016. The statistic shows an unbalanced graph where it recorded increases and decreases from year to year. The highest graph is in the fourth quarter of 2012, which was 250.0 billion ringgit, and the lowest graph is in the second quarter of 2016, which was 90.0 billion ringgit. This is the example of controlling in Ministry of Finance, where it is recorded in the data for future reference to improving their services and to maintaining the progress of the country. The conclusion. Based on the explanation, we can define that the role of Ministry of Finance is very significant for our country based on their planning, organizing, decision-making, and controlling to reach Ministry's vision, which is the leading strategic authority, enabling financial and economic outcomes to ensure sustainable growth and prosperity for the people and the nation, and reach their objectives, such as to ensure sustained and continuous economic growth and to strengthen national competitiveness and economic resilience. Thank you for our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.